I'm here to answer another question by our own target viewers that have been posed over the last several months. This comes from the username Devil Slice. Here's what Devil Slice asks. What do you believe the next couple of years are going to be like for Americans? No one has a crystal ball, but just the trends that we see here at the Rutherford Institute, all the things that I write on, in terms of where our country's headed, there seems to be some definite directions, and pretty obvious if you stay up with what's really happening. Increasingly, we're going to move into an Orwellian surveillance state. There's no doubt about that. And what I mean by that is you'll be watched continually. Everywhere we go now, we're watched in ATMs, at the banks, wherever you go, in the grocery stores, and you buy things, you're being watched by cameras. Plus, the government has an amazing system of surveillance tools, watching us on the internet, wherever we go, recording our text messages. So we're going to move into an Orwellian surveillance state, which means the next step is some sort of police state. In fact, I would argue that we are moving slowly into a police state where all the agencies are connected. The CIA is connected to the FBI. The FBI is connected to local police forces around the country. There are fusion centers, little data collecting agencies spread out throughout the country that are watching us continually. So we're moving, there's no doubt we're moving into a police state. Look for globalization to occur more and more. And I'm not positing a conspiracy theory here. It's almost natural that some sort of global community is developing, which will mean that borders will dissolve. George W. Bush, the president prior to President Obama, was doing all he could to move us in that direction. And it's been happening for quite a while. With Obama, I think it will speed up. It was no coincidence that Obama got the Nobel Peace Prize. And again, I'm not positing a conspiracy theory here, but if Europe wanted the president to be more of a global president, what do you give him? You give him the Nobel Peace Prize for doing nothing, essentially. And Obama's easily flattered, obviously. So I think you're going to see more globalization. What that will mean is that our Constitution will come increasingly under attack. The biggest impediment to globalization, to surveillance state, to the police state is the Constitution. By executive orders, which I'll be writing on more and more, and you should keep up with our website, rutherford.org, Obama is issuing executive orders which bypass the Constitution. So you're going to see more and more of that. The economic situation is going to seem like it's going to improve, but with the huge deficit that's facing the country, all the taxes that are going to hit the middle class, it's going to be very difficult to make a living. Everybody's going to have to be working. There's not going to be any stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home dads, unless you just want to live on a pauper's penny. I interviewed Ron Paul 3 or 4 years ago, even before he ran for president this last time, and I asked him, what is the future of the American economy? He said he thought by 2020 the country could be bankrupt, belly up. If that happens, things will move very rapidly into what we would call maybe martial law, police state, because people are going to get quite upset. The only thing that seems to upset Americans is the economy. Take away their cell phone, their trips to the mall, Americans will get upset. You may see riots in the streets. We don't know. I mean, just the question I've been asked is what the future holds. If we see things continuing in the same train that we're seeing today, you may see these kind of things. Watch out for the media, especially national news programs. They will magnify to the craziest infinitesimal point minor things that just and blow them out of proportion to make you think that the world's collapsing in on you. And the reason for that is that it keeps people tense. If there's a man gets on an airplane and he's a bungler, as we saw in December 2009, that's going to be blown totally out of proportion, basically. Keep us tense, and it's a great excuse for the government to increase controls and flights, full body scanners in airports. Again, the trends that I see occurring. Don't be asleep. You have to wake up now. If there's a wake-up call happening in this country, it is right now. Are there good things happening? Yes, I think there are good things happening. I see more and more people from the left and the right, viewpoints, in the middle, the libertarians. Some people are waking up. I mean, I haven't seen this in years. That's good. People are showing up, they're protesting, they're getting involved in their local government. They're getting angry with their national representatives in Congress, and they should be, because Congress is a corrupt institution. I would say raise your child on a steady diet of freedom and the Constitution. They're not going to teach it in the public schools. Teach it to your kids at home. If you contact our website at rutherford.org, we'll be glad to give you a free pocket constitution, or better yet, a Bill of Rights pamphlet, which you can teach your children the Bill of Rights at home. I'd also say keep your head up. It's easy to get pessimistic with what we see happening today with the economy, and if your antennae are up with the surveillance state, the police state, and all the things we see that are happening, it's going to be easy to get down. But I say stay optimistic, because we still have the Constitution, and that's what we're fighting for. Finally, I'd say I've never seen a country more spiritually beaten down than the United States. We've forsaken all the great traditions of the past, the Judeo-Christian past, our Christian Judeo past. We don't have a sense of right and wrong anymore in this country. So one thing that we need to recover in this country, and you can't get it in the public schools, by the way, is some sort of spiritual destiny that we have as a free people. We're losing that. And I think that would add a sense of optimism to where we may be headed. Is there someone actually that we can appeal to? Remember, when Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence, he said there is a creator that gives us certain absolute rights. We've lost that sense. The government has to be accountable. If it won't be accountable to us, will it be accountable to the creator? So I think we need to really re-examine the great spiritual traditions of the past, basically the traditions that founded this country. We've lost that. So is there hope? Yes, there is hope. Is it going to be tough? Yes. But when there's tough times, tough people can prevail. And I think we can prevail if we keep cool heads, exercise our rights, and be sure we're watching everything the government does. And when it comes time to protest, let's do it.
Hey, happy, I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, not for long. The future is coming on. Hey, happy, I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, not for long. My future is